how it grows, how it bears, and how it produces. I'll show you all what you want to know about cocoa, also coffee. Okay? You will walk.
Follow Christiana.
Now, I want you all to walk in the center. There are steps.
Where?
That nobody
You don't want anybody to
Little steps in the center. Little ridges.
Hey, Mom, may I give you a hand? Have a view of what you can see all around. This was a bushfire we had here not too long. People just come and, they light the bush of fire. Hunters will do that. Sometimes a young man will pass and just light a cigarette and he will throw it there. And it just burns. So, there are people who live right in the bottom down here. There are people living right across the area. But on this area here we are nobody because this is our farm. So you can see all on the mountains what you can see, bush. Bush. Time to those two, they're not coming down. They do not grow very tall. I will show you the height that they grow in a while. Okay, and these are how we plant them in rows. As you can see here, they are planted in rows. And we have the bananas planted in the center, which is for the shade. Called the cedar and the myrtle. You can see them in a row. Those are the tall shades. Those are permanent shades. We do not take them out, but we take out the banana.
The cocoa is like this.
Alright, you will see the cocoa when we get a little further in. The cocoa tree. You know what that is for?
Oh,
To prevent the parrots from eating the cocoa pod. They are very destructive and we have a lot of them here. So we have to cover every cocoa pod to save the pods from the parrots and them. Now there are two types of cocoa that you will see here, but all is cocoa. They have the beans just alike. This one is a red one and that one is a green one. When this one is ripe, it's ripe a color red. If you notice, you will see one to the end of the branch up there. That is the color it's ripe. When it is green, it is like this. But that one, when it's ripe, it's yellow. Okay. Have you all ever seen the flowers?
No.
The flowers are very, very tiny. I will have to bring one and everybody will have to get a look at it. It's very, very, very tiny. You would not believe it's from this. We get those big pods.
Oh my goodness.
I will take a picture of this.
Everybody will get to see.
Okay.
That's the flower.
Also, we have an aviary. We have someone that brings in his trained hawks intermittently, and he has hawks that will attack the parrots, which we'd rather not do because parrots are also good for a lot of people come to Tobago to see the bird life, but the hawks also can act as kind of a sentry, and they sit on the highest point. There's one particular one called a great black hawk, and it sits and it just squeals. just scare them off. Just the sound of it, yeah. Because hawks are also used in places like airports and that type of thing, where they try to keep the birds away. So we'll see. We were hoping to get the hawk guy up here today. I don't know. He may be here before we're done. But we do have a little aviary where we keep the hawks when they're stationed here. So, any other questions? Chris, you explained them about the different varieties as well? Okay.
How big do the cocoa plants get? Full grown.
Full grown?
They'll grow.
They will get at least about 12 to 14 feet in height. That's all. They do not go higher than that.
And also we prune them because you don't want them to get. You want to be able to reach the pods too. Yeah. And they're planted quite tightly in here too, so they need to be pruned.
What do you do with the seeds? Do you have to dry them?
Yeah, what
That's the coffee.
we'll show you the process
Process?
as we go through. But
When you
yeah,
come
you have
back,
to dry them, then
You
they're
will see the
roasted to
process
make
that we
cocoa.
do to dry it. Okay?
Who buys the cocoa?
Right now, all that we produce goes to one chocolate manufacturer, and he produces it for us. So we export it directly to produce our own chocolate bars, which we don't have right now. We do have some, should be coming in the next couple of weeks, which is not much of a help for you. But we do have, actually we had some in the last few weeks, and a lot of people bought it on the estate here, so we ran out of what we did have.
Does any of it go to Hershey?
No, actually, the owner would be a little bit. Actually, Hershey is what uses what's called bulk cocoa,
Yeah.
which is the Forastero, and they generally make a lot of milk chocolate. But they also, I think, they have a line of dark chocolate now
Yeah,
too,
they
and I'm
do.
not sure what their source is. But much of theirs is milk chocolate, and ours would go into high quality
Yeah.
dark chocolate,
70%,
70% or higher. Right?
Not that amount of milk.
Yes,
More.
not much milk and sugar.
Yeah.
It's better for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I like milk chocolate too. The owner is not a milk chocolate guy. He's a pure, a purist. You know, he dark chocolate all the way. So,
Does it get exported to UK or Europe?
this it goes to France actually.
Is it
There's
right?
the,
Okay,
the guy who produces our chocolate is a guy named Francois Pralou, and he has a
Yeah.
chocolate
So what kind of tonnage or whatever would you...
tonnage from here. Right now, about a ton and a half probably this year,
Okay.
and as we go along, it'll increase. Because right now, these oldest plants are just be 4 years this year, and then we have another 5 acres would be 3 years old, and then 2 years. And we started getting cocoa in about 18 months here. Not a great amount, but these trees are 4 years old now, and they probably produce maybe 60, 70 pods, Chris, at
Yes,
least.
these will give you at least about 50 pods in one beer.
Do they start
when they
producing
start
pods
to
quite
bear,
quickly? I mean,
They will
after
start a beer
18
at
months,
least
that's,
Yeah.
about,
that's
you will
Yeah.
get at least about 10, 12 until they start developing more and more.
Yeah, the prime period for cocoa tree production is about 10 to 25 years. So it'll actually gradually increase between, when it starts bearing at 1.5, 2 years
Yes.
to 10 years, it'll increase, and then it'll level off and produce the most amount between 10 to 25 years, and then it'll start tapering off. But it'll produce cocoa till probably 40, 45 years.
How long it takes for it to develop a pod?
One pod
Yes.
from the flowers,
Yes.
it will take you about 5 to 6 months.
And depending on what type of climate or weather we have, this is the time where you start getting pods. We've harvested several hundred pods in the last month or so, and this is. But depending on, like, the trees will always produce flowers, but depending on whether there's enough water, they'll either develop or just fall off.
Right.
But luckily in the last year we've had rain intermittently all through the year, so we've had cocoa being produced the whole of last year in smaller amounts. But generally cocoa grows mostly or produces mostly from, say, December, January, February, March, April.
And
The leaves are poisonous on the cassava.
Yeah.
But I heard they use them as mosquito repellent in water by your bed at night.
Oh really?
In Africa they use them.
Was that right?
They let it sit and soak in the water, so the bugs like to go into the water and they die in there.
to lay. That's right. I've never heard that. Take it away, Chris.
Okay.
A lot of it is, you see the pointy leaf, the smaller, like palming,
yeah.
the pointy leaf one,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what cassava looks like. And then the root grows at the base of that. Did you see that?
So you actually have to dig it up.
Yes,
Yeah.
or you can pull, it depends on the soil. You see the pointed leaf? The cocoa is the longer pointed
Right.
leaf, and then the kind of a grayish green pointed leaf, like a